If you are from the UK and you want a new gaming PC build that fits your budget, your monitor resolution, whether that's 1080p, 1440p or 4K, it achieves high FPS in your favorite games, and most importantly, every component is compatible with each other, so there will be no bottlenecks, then this is the right video for you. I will show you the best gaming PC builds, UK edition, all budgets included, and I will also show you the level of performance that you can achieve with each system in case you want to buy one of these, which by the way, the link to all of these PCs and bonus ones will be down below in the video description. My name is Valentino. With that being said, let's start. With the first system, we have the cheapest one on the list. This is the 1080p Ultra / 1440p high gaming system. With this system, you can play any game that you want at 1080p high FPS, even in high demanding titles, and then you can play at 1440p in case you want to upgrade your monitor down the line, or you already have a 1440p monitor, but you do not want to spend anything over £1,000. Now, the reason why this system is so great is because you get the i5-12400F, which is, in my opinion, one of the best mid-range CPUs, especially if you are working with a tight budget, and then you combine this CPU with the RX 6750 XT graphics card and you get an amazing combo. I will get to the exact level of performance in just a second after talking about the rest of the components. For the rest of the components, you get an aftermarket CPU cooler for this i5, then you get a motherboard that supports DDR5 memory, which means that you get 32 gigs of RAM of DDR5, then you get a 1TB SSD, which is the standard for gaming nowadays. Then for the case, you get plenty of airflow, which is very important, and here you get a beautiful front mesh panel with 6 pre-installed fans, and last but not least, you get a 650 watt power supply, very well branded from MSI. Now, in terms of gaming performance, with this system, you can expect well over 100 FPS on average when it comes to 1080p Ultra settings in high demanding games. If you want to play easy to run games, then you can expect well over 240 plus FPS in competitive settings, so you can buy a 240Hz 1080p monitor or even a 360Hz one if you play those easy to run games like Valorant or CS2. Then if you want to play at 1440p, you can expect about 70 plus FPS when it comes to high demanding games and well over 200 FPS when it comes to esports shooters. In my opinion, this is great value for the price, because the total price for this system is £767 when I'm recording this video. Now, if you want to play mainly at 1440p, you have more money to spend, then I do recommend you spending the extra and getting the next system in this list, which is the 1440p Ultra / 4K high gaming system. With this one, you can play any game that you want at 1440p, whether it's high demanding or easy to run, and you'll be achieving a very smooth level of performance. The reason why, instead of the i5-12400F, you get the Ryzen 5 7600, which is faster and more upgradable down the line. Then you get 32 gigs of DDR5 memory once again, you get a better motherboard with plenty of features for gaming, and on top of that you get a better aftermarket CPU cooler, which is going to be important because let's say down the line you want to upgrade up to the fastest CPU in the entire market for gaming. Since you are on the same platform, you can just swap this CPU, the Ryzen 5 7600 with the 7800 X3D, and you do not have to upgrade your motherboard or your CPU cooler. And then for the graphics card, here you get an upgraded RX 7900G RE, and instead of expecting an average of 70 FPS at 1440p high to ultra settings, you can expect well over 100 FPS in those type of games. On esports shooters, you can expect 360 plus FPS on average, so this is basically the same system as before, but instead of 1080p, here you can expect the same numbers at 1440p native resolution. And if you want to go with an NVIDIA graphics card, I do recommend you getting the RTX 4070 Super, which is going to perform about the same in terms of rasterized performance, but you get DLSS, which is the better technology compared to FSR. So if you want to play the latest, most high demanding games on ultra settings at 1440p, and you want to turn on a technology like ray tracing, having DLSS is going to be a huge advantage. Also, NVIDIA is better than AMD when it comes to ray tracing overall. And last but not least, I changed the power supply. I went with the Corsair RM750E, and the total price for this system is about £1,200 if you go with the RX 7900G RE graphics card. But if you want to go with the NVIDIA RTX 4070 Super instead, you are looking to spend a bit more, and it's going to be about £1,230 for the entire system. Now, if you want to play at 4K native resolution, or you want faster level of performance at 1440p, I recommend you getting the next system, which is the best 1440p gaming PC on the list. The reason why is because here you get the fastest CPU in the entire market for gaming in the Ryzen 7 7800X3D. So if you play high CPU demanding games, you can expect way higher frame rates, or if you play high CPU demanding games overall. And on top of that, you get the RTX 4070 Ti Super, which is one of the fastest 1440p graphics cards out there, but you can also run high demanding games at 4K resolution, 70 plus FPS, and this is without the DLSS. At 1440p, you can expect well over 120 FPS when it comes to the most high demanding games, and since you get the fastest CPU in the market, you can expect well over 500 plus FPS competitive settings in games like Valorant. By the way, the aesthetic for this build is white. I think it looks amazing, and I changed the case for the NZXT H5 Flow RGB. If you prefer a black build, I am going to leave black alternative components in the description, but I think that this one is amazing. And here you get a 240 all-in-one liquid cooler, you get a white motherboard with plenty of features for gaming and super upgradable down the line. Then you get 2TB of Gen 4 SSD, which is plenty of storage. You get RGB white memory kit, 32 gigs of RAM once again, and last but not least, you get an 850 watt power supply from NZXT. Now, the total price for this system is about £1,700 when I'm recording this video, so it is quite expensive, but in my opinion, it's the best value high-end computer in the entire market. There are 3 more systems that you will find in the video description in case you have a different budget. The first system is the 4K Ultra Gaming system. This one is a bit more expensive because you get a better graphics card in the 4080 Super, but you will be achieving higher FPS when it comes to 4K native, and I do recommend you buying this system if you have around £2,000 to spend. Then you will find the best of the best gaming system, which is the most expensive one at around £3,000, but with that PC you can expect the highest frame rates in the entire market. And the third system is the best value esports PC. This one is designed for esports shooters, and you can expect well over 500 plus FPS when it comes to those type of games at 1080p or 1440p resolution, and it is also amazing when it comes to 1440p ultra settings in high demanding games or 1080p resolution. It's about £1,400, so it's not cheap, but it's definitely not as expensive as other systems I've mentioned today. Let me know what you think in the comment section, and if you have any questions, just leave it down there. I will try to reply as fast as possible by helping you out. Thank you guys for watching, thank you for the support, and I will see you on the next one.